way back 100 millions of years ago. I had to travel back in time to set this whole thing up in advance. Oh, it's not Ericism, it's Yalorianism. You see, at some point in the future, I realized that Yalor is stuck in an alternate timeline as Entropic Triplicles, and I have to travel back in time to set the meaning slabs up so that later on in history, Yalor is born here on this timeline rather than being stuck in the Pantheonic Gospel.
Sort of like Terminator then.
Well, except instead of going back in time to kill somebody, it's going back in time to move somebody from one timeline to another. See, the other timeline, there's a whole bunch of gods. One of whom is, of course, Entropic Triplicles, the god of stumbles and confusion. Now, within Entropic Triplicles, it's basically the same soul as Yalor. Different timeline, though, different rules a little bit. But the thing is, I knew if this reality were going to be tolerable at all, we'd need plenty of fun. So I brought Yalor over here from the other timeline. I don't remember doing it yet, but I will soon when it happens.
Just for plot mobility.
Say again? English person, what did you say? Just for plot mobility. Well, look, all I know is that when I channel Gospels, I used to channel the Gospel the other timeline, and now I've discovered that at some point in the future, I go back in time to move the meaning slabs so that the timeline breaks off and drops typically, bring them on over here as Yalor. And thus is it so, you know. It's a lot of work, but, you know, I stuck with it. That's true. There's nothing wrong with being mostly right most of the time.
I mean, there has to be something wrong with it because it's not all right all the time.
Well, that's true.
So,
I guess it would be wrong to say there's nothing wrong with not always being right. However, it's right to note that one's mortal limits fall short of the demigod of never wrong Yalor. And so naturally, necessarily, definitionally, you know, I have to be wrong some of the time. I'm wrong less frequently than most. But generally, my wrongness stems from the fact that I'm just spewing off random shit. But that tends to make one wrong occasionally. I don't really think it out ahead of time. I rely on my ability to pivot midstream. Yeah.
We call that the nick. Sometimes Eric doesn't nick.
I do the nick. Nothing wrong with
I know. Is there a comma there or not?
With Trump, there's something. Well, I mean, he's an ESTP. Of course, there's nothing wrong with him. I just told you what's wrong with him. He's an ESTP. That's what's wrong, though. There's nothing wrong with you, unless you're an ESTP, in which case, fuck off. There is something wrong with you. Namely, your ESTP hood. ESTPs, the thing is this about ESTPs. They spend way more time executing their ideas than they do wondering if they are good ideas. Now, if you ask me, that's a recipe for trouble. Well, I mean, yeah, if you don't care what you're doing. I mean, if you count everything as equal, Yeah, they get more shit done than ENTPs. If you count everything as equal. Like, I mean, they probably don't get more shit done than me. I get a lot of shit done, but I don't know. It seems to be.
They put more energy out into the world and have more effects, but I don't know that necessarily ends in better places.
Right, they got forethought NI. You don't know if you believe me or not? I mean, about what? Well, look, I'm not denying that ESTPs accomplish more things, but whereas we do our trial and error metaphysically, they do their trial and error physically, where they don't get undos. They can't, Nick's slow to realize the limits of the undo. You can't apologize your way out of everything, But ESTPs, it doesn't even work that way because, you're under arrest. Well, I mean, I am really hard. You stabbed him in the neck. Well, I mean, stab is such a strong word. No, Nick doesn't need professionals. He has better than professionals. He's got me and Taylor yelling at him.
Yeah.
There he is. Speak of the devil.
Hey,
Let's yell at him.
Hi there, Nick. How you doing?
I'm maybe the best I've been in like years.
What
Thank
happened?
you. How are you?
What happened?
What happened? You
He's
won the
gonna
lottery?
I turned my volume up now. I can hear you. I'm sorry. What'd you say?
What happened? Tell us your good news.
Well, everything I've been wanting to have happen, that like I've had these little ideas and visions of possibilities with the current business, but they just didn't really fit into the current model. And also, I didn't come in it just wasn't right me coming in. I felt like for the first time I wasn't able to really. I was walking on eggshells in that fucking place. And today we have got two other doctors that are going to join together with us, and we're going to create a integrated medicine full service from diagnosis to treatment clinic that's going to be a concierge service. So it's going to be cash on, like they're going to pay, it's annualized, like flat fee for packages. And I'm going to be CEO, and I get to do like all this shit that I've been wanting to do. It's amazing. It's like,
Congratulations.
I'm not worthy type thing. Like, I don't know. It's like my dream came true in one day.
But you haven't even started it. You have to do it.
Yeah, I know.
That's the part that matters.
No, does it?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. And it's how it all fit together. I understand how it might sound, but I'm that confident that it's all going to work out. Nobody can shake this from me.
I'm not trying to shake it.
Bro, Nick.
Well, I wasn't saying you were. You're saying it wasn't happened, but the things that have needed to come together for me to get excited as though it has, and then get everybody else there is happening. If I'm the CEO, I have to be pretty fucking like I got to be pretty invested and pretty hooked to the idea. You know what I mean?
That's not a bath towel. It's a blanket. And it's blocked because I don't like the sight of the room back there. It's just better like this. It's kind of close to that color. The reason it's that particular blanket is because it's the right size, though. Well, it's not really chaotic. It doesn't look very good. It's just sort of like a different. It's just different. It's like an extra visual thing to be a distraction. I'm in an okay mood too. I'm in a pretty good mood. No big news or anything. Yeah, I just don't. Okay, well, Elsie, who is that? Is that Elsie saying that shit?
Possibly, I'm not sure yet.
Okay. Well, I'll try to uncrooked it, okay? But it's hard. It's hard when you're busy channeling Lorraine truths.
Sure. I like yellow though.
Yellow's nice.
Color around us.
Well, see, homie's not coming in here. He was all, yeah.
Who behind you?
Well,
You don't really want to fuck with me.
I mean, probably not. I don't know who said that, but I like me. I like being weird. I like getting ridiculously excited about some shit that hasn't happened yet, because that's what helps me set high goals, and then I will actually do it. And
Yeah, you
That's
green parade rainer.
everybody else does the same fucking thing. I mean, goddamn. Everybody else does what they want to do with their shit.
Stop being weird, huh? That's an interesting instruction. What does he get if he stops being weird?
My eternal gratitude.
What does he get if he continues being weird? What metric are we using to determine whether or not he's actually weird?
Gaylorian weird metric. My opinion.
Hi, Liz. It's short for Elizabeth, Elsie.
Do we know
I've
who
met
this person
anybody called
is?
Elizabeth.
Your skin, oh, your skin and bones. Coldplay, huh?
Coldplay. Kind of sucky.
They got a couple good songs.
They're like Dave Matthews Band.
No, Dave Matthews Band is a cancer.
No, Dave Matthews Band has a couple good songs that's massively overrated. Like Coldplay.
No, not the same.
Well-
Because Dave Matthews Band is an aesthetic travesty, whereas Coldplay is a mediocre band with a couple good songs.
I would argue that Dave Matthews Band isn't aesthetic at all.
You can't avoid aesthetics when you make music. It's like saying, I'm arguing that this object isn't physical at all, but it is.
Is it yellow though?
The nice thing is, you use the word wood. You would argue that if it were correct. But this is not, you won't.